The passion runs deep here in Norman, Oklahoma, or as they say, sooner born and sooner bred, and when I die, I'll be sooner dead. Welcome to Oklahoma and the home of the Sooners. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Sooners will boot it away to start the game. He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Oh, he's going to go up top. Oh, picked off. He'll try to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
That is not how you drew it up offensively. You want to come out, get some things established, get your quarterback in a rhythm, get the positive mojo going. The opposite just happened. Just made a big mistake. Now you just created so much momentum for the other team. Defense, please come and bail me out.
Wide receiver shows motion. Now the play fake. Got his man out of the backfield. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot. Pressure
all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. When you play at a place like Alabama, you have to live up to the legacy of the Jonathan Allens, the Deron Paynes, the Marcel Darius is when you play on that defensive front.
And the funny thing is, Reese, I can keep going. Quentin Williams, Will Anderson, like the list goes on and on and on. Just elite-level recruiting on the defensive line, on the edge, is how they built this dynasty at Alabama.
Using the quick game. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Nice poise by the quarterback. Here's a big third down throw, and you want to push the ball vertically down the field, but if the defense takes it all away, check the ball down. Get it to your running back and let him go do the work and move the sticks for you.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Starts to scramble to the left. Lets it fly. He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Really early in this game, you're seeing the ball hawks on both sides of the ball. Interception on the first drive of the game, and now they come out, and this defense gets a pick in return. There are a lot of dudes in the back end with speed and with the ability to close. What a phenomenal play by that young man just now to get the ball back to his offense.
Quick handoff. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
They tried to run the counter, but absolutely nothing doing.
And those counter plays take a little longer to develop sometimes. You're usually pulling one or two guys, and that penetration in the backfield can kill you, can get to the running back before he gets started.
This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. Dropping back, it's Jocelyn. Finds his back in the middle. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Finds his man, and they convert. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
They'll run the toss. Fights off a defender. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
You know, these little 1 to 2, 3-yard gains early, they're like body blows in a boxing match, and those gains become 10, 12, 15-yarders as the game goes on, and they wear this defense down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
He leaves it with the back. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
To the air, it's Jocelyn. And that pass picked off. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. For this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll leave it with him. On the move is the 30. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this, this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
Working the middle. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Nice confidence by the QB. Good throw over the middle of the field. Nice little strike down the field for a big play. Listen, you got to throw it where it's open. And he found a slot, found a little hole in the middle of the field. Nice job attacking it.
The Sooners with the 1st and 10. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Looking for a productive play on first down. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Ran the ball on first down. Let's see what they do on second. Quarterback will audible. On second down, he'll let it fly. Trying to get to him. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw it. You got these defenders. They are coming. They're running. You've got to do a better job getting the ball out quicker. That hit forced the incompletion.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Finds his target down the middle. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and something.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes that Alabama offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish it.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Alabama pushing the tempo.
And the defense coming through with the first sack of the day. And I tell you what, this defense, they get so many negative plays, and they play so fast. Sometimes you think when you watch them on tape, they got 12 guys. Last week they pitched a shutout. This week playing a great ball again.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. A first down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. Takes the handoff. It's Durham. Across the 25. He's got room. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Really good-looking run. You know, you think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. To the ground. He's got it again. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the linebacker showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, it's Jocelyn. Working that left side now. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Finds space on the right. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
Wow, they've been waiting for that play, right? They haven't been throwing it a lot. They've been real sluggish. They've got no points on the scoreboard. And now they come up with an explosive play in the passing game to get them in a position to score some points here, hopefully a touchdown, before this first half closes out.
Leaves it with the back. Open space at the 25. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
And that's the benefit to the run game. Keep pounding, keep pounding. Now you break one all the way down to the 2-yard.
And don't stop it. Get down, get lined up quick, and give it to this dude again to go score a TD.
And a chance to really carry momentum with them into the locker room if they can take the lead here. 1st and goal. Slams it ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. No shot at a return. It's out at the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient most of the time, that drag route's going to come open.
He wants to throw. Trying to burn this defensive back. And incomplete on the deep ball. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Coming after him. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Timeout, Alabama.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kickoff and kickoff return teams on the field, and we're just about ready to go in the second half. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Low-scoring first half, but now an opportunity to get things off on the right foot here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, and the good thing is you had time to go in the locker room. You had time to discuss what they're doing, what our plan of action is now moving forward, Palmer. They might have caught them off guard a little bit, and they know they should have made some adjustments.
Yeah, you had a chance to regroup and go back and think about, okay, where do we think we have our best chance of success in this game? Which side of the offensive line can we run to? Which guy can we throw to hopefully now have a much better second half?
Quarterback will keep it. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
He caught it into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
14, Oklahoma, 3.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Oklahoma offense. Mistakes are going to happen as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. It's complete to the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On third down, going up top. Makes the grab down the middle. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. And it is hardly a big surprise that this Alabama defense is hitting hard and making their presence felt in the backfield.
Yeah, it's what they built their brand on. They built it on physicality and stopping the run, and you've seen over the last several years, too. After they do that, they come after your quarterback, and they try to get that sucker on the ground.
On second down, he'll fire. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
And when you get these quarterbacks and these offenses in third and long, and you know it's passing situations, man, KD bar the door, let's rush the passer, bring everybody. You know what's coming. Get after the QB, and you cause a fumble. Great third down execution by this defense.
Wants to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The lone back's got it. Busts through behind his pad. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bama! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Line gets set, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's going for a big play downfield. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Gets it out quickly. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Really nice job threading the needle on that pass. They've had a lot of dudes that were able to do that in Norman, Oklahoma. Josh Heupel, Jason White, Sam Bradford, Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Jalen Hurts. The names go on and on and on. Hurting you in the passing game with their vision, with their accuracy. This guy, I tell you, he fits right in this Oklahoma offense.
And this passing game has them calling Boomer and answering Sooner again.
And they're starting to get this crowd jacked up and this crowd riled up. And listen, they love their team. And, dude, think about all the success Oklahoma has had over the years. Different cast of characters. But one thing they always have, offensive success.
Got the back over the middle.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He's back to throw on second down. Got his man on the right. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And I don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
On second down, he's looking downfield. He makes the connection. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Alabama 21, Oklahoma 3.
Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Dumps it off in the flats. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch past the sticks. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
First and goal, Sooners.
The aerial assault continues. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And they get him again. This is a offense that you expect them to protect their guy. I mean, he is a dude that you know if you give him time, he's going to make plays. But this defense is making sure he's not getting that time.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. With the catch, it's Mitchell. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Makes the catch. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Quarterback keeper. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Sooners!
Pressure situation for the offense down there close on 4th and goal. So many different ways you can go about it. They just put it in the quarterback's hands. They let him figure it out. He shows off his athleticism, and he finds the end zone.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. With jet sweep pass. Still on his feet at the 40. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Back to pass, it's Jocelyn. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
We've reached a 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Sooners ready to go on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. Direct snap. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Snap it to the back. And this offense went right back to the well, and this time the defense made sure it ran dry.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He's right on target. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Just gets rid of it before the heat. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Dialing up a second down pass play. Catch in the middle. It's Daniels. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains for the first down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He's got his man. Makes the grab. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
The Sooners will try to punch it in on first and goal.
Yankee Blue. Here we go.
They'll try to get it in with the run. Give him 6 and give them a chance with the late touchdown still alive in this one.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
Obvious thinking here. Get the 2-point conversion now, and all you'll need is a field goal to tie.
Easy. Tuna.
He's looking to throw. Almost had the completion. Just missed it. Just over 30 seconds to play. They'll line up for the onside kick, and they've got to get it to have a shot.
Oklahoma 16.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment, or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand.